Rahul Punch Out Boxing here with Johnny Top Tier Clark. Johnny, flawless show, 3 weeks away, going on a Sunday. Tell me about that, which, by the way, is great.
Yeah. To be fair, I just wanted to build my own pathway, go in my own lane where there's no traffic, and it's tough to battle with all the big promoters and that for ticket sales. But Small Hall was mainly about family, cousins, workmates, and people you know from the pubs and that coming to support you. And Saturday, everyone's got plans. It was just getting in the way of selling tickets for me as well. Do you know what I mean? Like even myself, I sold 6 tables at my 2 shows ago. And then when I went to collect the money, I was like, I've got a Christian, my cousin's getting married, got our works to do. I was like, but if it was a Sunday, they've all bought the tickets, whether they turn up or not was down to them, but they would have been free. So I thought, right, let me test it. So today's a Sunday anyway, but the show's a tester, but I think it's going to go fine. So I've booked out every show for a Sunday now.
Oh, interesting. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, it's great because I think last time was there like 4 shows on the Saturday up and down the country, and for greedy boxing fans like me, I want to go to all of them. So
Yeah. Saturday I was watching results on my phone, and I don't want to be doing that. You know, I want all eyes on me for 1. I want to go to the other shows as well for 2, and the officials. I had 1 less doctor than I was meant to. Now, if someone got knocked out and that doctor had to go to the hospital in an ambulance with the boxer, my show would have been paused through no fault of my own for all that hard work, all the media, and it just ain't worth the risk or the gamble. So I've gone on a Sunday, and I think I hope no one follows me, and I hope no one listens to this advice, and I hope you stay on a Saturday.
yeah, I think that's fair. Big promoters stay on Saturdays.
You stay there.
You're going to start earlier because it's a Sunday?
Yeah, so doors open 1:30, first fight 2 o'clock, live on DAZN from 4 o'clock. I think we'll smash through the card, everyone leaving by 9. Good card, good fights, good food there as well. Got a taste of Cyprus now, well-known restaurant there, coming to do the food outside. And I think good experience for everyone. That's the main thing. I want to make it an event for people that don't like boxing, that are coming because they're supporting their friend, because that's what Small Hall is, to enjoy themselves and be well fed. What better place to do it? Because on a Sunday, if you're starting earlier, you know, everyone's missing out on their roast dinners and that, so they'll have a good lunch, come to the show, and then listen to some banging lamb chops. I've seen them, I can't wait to eat them. But I might have a few bits stuck in my teeth on my interviews.
Sounds mouth-watering, the fights and the food.
Yeah.
So young Tom giving him his first headliner and local, was that a conscious decision? Because obviously you know Tom.
No, to be fair, I had a main event, but it fell through, so I made him it. He was co-main, announced as co-main. I just wanted to get his fight out there before anyone changed their mind. So I announced him as co-main event, and then I had a main event, was LEWIE Pochetti fighting for a youth title against another unbeaten youngster in the heavyweight division. It was perfect. They changed their mind. LEWIE Pochetti was still there, and we couldn't find anyone young enough to fight him. So unfortunately that title had to let go, which was gutted. Hopefully LEWIE gets it on his next show, because he deserves it. Because in boxing you need dance partners, and he's willing to take on anyone. He's only 19, I can't believe it. But that was my main event. You know, it was all agreed. And then I flew to Saudi to watch the show out there, and on the flight I land and I got the text message, we're going to give this one a miss. We think it'll be big money down the line. And obviously Top Tier Small Hall was not about money, it's about chances, opportunity, building your fan base, getting media trained and stuff like that. And unfortunately it didn't work out for the opponent, so he wasn't very confident, I don't think, in my opinion. But then that led to who was main event, and I looked through the cards. Yeah, there's some good boxers on there, great fights. Kevin Revell, Grant Dennis could have been main. But I wanted to show Wasserman and Tom the respect they deserve. Great fight. Really, I pictured it straight away. That's who I wanted Tom to fight when he come on. Because I'm always getting asked if there's any room for Michael on my shows. So I thought, if I ever get Tom on, that's who I would have him fight. And then straight away, I sent it to him, and he was like, I don't know if that's too much. I sent it to Wasserman and asked. I sent it to him, and they said, that's perfect. And I thought, yeah, I know. I'm always right, aren't I?
Promoters do know a few things as well. Yeah. Okay, on that fight that Louis didn't get, is it a well-known British youngster?
Yeah, he's 4-0. Do you know what I mean? Both young, both were 4-0, or I think Louis like 3-0. But I mean, I pushed, got the title. And then I even got a purse for the opponent. You know, and I don't pay purses. You know, it's ticket deals only on my shows. We try and keep it that way. Obviously, you've got journeyman. But I got it all over the line, ready to do it. Poster was ready. Everything was done. Commonwealth agreed to fight. Just about to send it to the zone. I needed clarification. They had a meeting. The boxer and the manager, they put it back a week. And I'm like, fucking, I've got to give this. We've got Fury fighting the weekend against Usyk. Our advert is going to be on there. What are you doing? And then they pulled out. And I thought, you cheeky. But that's boxing. And 10 shows in, I'm used to it now. Prepared for it. Fingers crossed nothing else happens like that. But that's what I'm learning. Like, bit more thick-skinned and take things less personal. Even though it did upset me because it messed me up. And then they asked me to do a show with them up north, and I said, nah. Nah, like, that's, for me, I'm a mirror. You know what I mean? How someone treats me, I treat them. And I wasn't happy with how that fell through and how long it took to fall through if they weren't really up for it anyway. Do you know what I mean? But that's boxing, and I know when you get to the bigger stage, that happens all the time. But when it's your main event, it was hard to follow through. And Tom and Michael, you see today, it was definitely the right choice to put their main event because their interviews, because their face-to-faces, it had the spice in it. Yeah, it's a great fight.
Yeah, definitely considerable step up. But after the way Tom dispatched his last opponent, guess he's done with journeyman.
Yeah, to be fair, he's had 2 winning records he's fought against. Exciting fighter, talks well, looks good, building a fan base, because what this was about, he hasn't had that yet, has he? The face-to-face, the interview head-on with his opponent. Now he's had it. Then he's going on to Wasserman with that experience. Hopefully, even if he sells 10 more tickets for Wasserman, they've loaned him to me. He's been looked after, treated well, tiny bit trained, sent back to them, selling more tickets. It's a perfect matchup, and there's for me, something that I've done with the Matchroom boys. Not that they needed help selling tickets, but I've done that with them, and then that's what brings in the Wasserman. March the 30th, I've got Queensbury. So, yeah, I'm having all the big boys take note and trust in me. That means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, you've got Anis Taj on there. He's managing his own career, and yeah, he's looking to sort of maneuver himself back into a better position so he doesn't have to sort of take fights that he's probably not ready for.
Yeah. Listen, he rolled the dice, didn't he? Come up short. But now, for me, like, he done it the proper way. When I concentrated outside of boxing, got a good business behind him, cracked on with that, and then inside of boxing, winner fought from China, built his record back up. Now he's fighting a 50-50 fight, you know, and against a WBC youth world champion, I believe. So, yeah, for me, it's a man, isn't it? And he's done it the proper way, and he should be proud of that. And people on the card should be looking at that and thinking, it don't matter if he loses. You know what I mean? Like, you go and do stuff like that, or you just get back in there. But he wanted to do it a different way to get back in title contention. I believe he was close to getting a title, agreed for this fight, but it fell through. It wasn't anything to do with me as well, and that's the beauty of it. He was taking control of my matchmaker and just cracking on. But it didn't come through for him, but still a great fight to have on the card.
Yeah, Anis and Louis' opponents both Czech. Is that a good destination to get opponents?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, like, because the English boys, like Louis, found out don't want to fight. You know, so yeah, their game. They come over, they get paid well. England seem to pay more than what any other country does. So yeah, maybe I should have been a promoter in Czech Republic. It would have been easier.
Yeah, I mean, what's the challenges though in terms of the logistics? Do you have to pay for like all the transport and hotels and all of that?
Yeah, so obviously the flights, the hotel, the food, but Louis and Anis, they're actually sponsored, and their sponsored agreed to pay that if I let them on. Do you know what I mean? So that was a wonderful touch. You know what I mean? Because I put so much into it that them prices normally come out of the ticket sales. Yeah. So you lose so much, you know what I mean? And now to have a sponsor like that come on board for them, they deserve it for one, and I deserve it because I need more money on the show rather than on flights. That's why I always say I need 50-50s. Yeah. Why do I need them? Because we just split the ticket sales. No one to pay. It's brilliant. You know, otherwise you're paying $4,500 on foreign boxer fee, flights, hotels. fucking taxis, Abdul running back and forth from the airport, bless him, food money. It's just non-stop. You know, car parking. Oh, park your car, mate. You get paid a lot of money to fight out here. And it's just, logistics-wise, it don't make sense for me. And if I want to do good shows, I need the 50-50s to come on. That's why I do all the big media days. But to be fair, both opponents that are coming over, I've got great records, and I believe both of them could still fight of the night. So buzzing for it, really.
Yeah, fab. What can we look forward to for the rest of the year? I mean, I know Rob Caswell, and I'm sure a whole load of Kent boys are buzzing about that proposed fight at Chatham. Is that over the line, or there's still stuff to work out?
Nearly. I've sent a message to the board to come and check the venue out. Get it passed, speak with the owners again, and get it in black and white. You know, like who's paying for what, what's going where, who's earning from where. Because I've earned no money out of boxing, and I think we could sell it out. And I'm happy to break even on it, and they can take food money or whatever. But it has to make sense for everyone, and I want to give back to the Kent boxers. They've always been on my shows. They've always sold a lot of tickets, probably the most tickets. So you know, it's a real fight in town. You know, like Kent love a little Broaden. I just love going down there myself, to be fair. But I want to give back to them, and I want to be the best promoter in Essex, and then slide over to Kent. You know, what have they got? They haven't got much. They do very well in the unlicensed scene over there, though. I know that. But maybe a nice little pro show twice a year over there would suit them well. And who better to do it than top two?
Absolutely. And how many other shows this year you got lined up?
6 at the moment. I'm going to go York Hall on March the 30th, which is Mother's Day. So I'm going to give my mum a free ticket. And yeah, I've got Constantine Ursu headlining that.
Ooh. What sort of opponent?
A Queensbury one.
Wow. Mouth watering.
Abdul knows him very well.
I'll be hitting up Abdul.
Well, Abdul knows the opponent. He was in and around the gym, training with him, holding pads and stuff like that with him. So yeah, he knows him very well. And that is one hell of a main event. The co-main is crazy. 2 other boxers on it. Biggest names I've had on my show.
Wow.
Wow, that's what I mean. But I can't get too excited for that. I need to concentrate on the show again.
All right. Well, just 3 weeks away. Yeah. Again, great to have it on a Sunday, so we can.
It's just easy.
Yeah,
It's no
enjoy.
traffic. Easy to get to, easy to get back. I think it's a bit more stress-free for everyone. The start early time might mess a few people up. Like I keep thinking in my head because I'm a thoughtful person. The boxers are the diet and they're fighting at 2 in the afternoon. How are they going to prepare? They're going to miss that, but then they can have, obviously afterwards have meals. But then it's the ones in between, and it's going to be like fighting times 2 till 8. You know what I mean? So to finish at 9. If you're fighting at 7 or 6, like where do you get your meals in? That's what's going through my head. But listen, you've all got dietitians, nutritionists, go and ask them.
I'm pretty sure fighters are used to being hungry for a bit longer. All right, Johnny. Yeah, can't wait. Jeez. Well, I'm just buzzing just from that little bit of info you gave me. We got another great year of boxing to look forward to.
My hopefully biggest year in boxing, like should be, shouldn't it? Really, like you've done your 2 years learning. Now it's about earning for me, and bit more business-like in my meetings, bit more business-like with what deals I'm giving people. You know, like before I was just happy. You know what I mean? Like I remember my first show, last minute they asked for Grant Dennis to come on. I was like, Grant Dennis on my show? Yeah, Danny Dignam? Yeah, get him on. Do you know what I mean? I didn't care, I didn't ask about anything. Now I'd have to be like, yep. You're on, but we need this, and this. Everything has to make sense for me now as well. Whereas before, I was just happy to be better than the other lot, happy to be better than him, happy to have a better poster. But now it's like, nah, it needs to be financially making sense for everyone involved and just fair. I've been very fair and generous. Just going to ask for a bit coming back now. But if I get a deal come in, then I can keep with the same attitude and not lose the support that I've had. Because everyone's given me quite a lot. They don't want to come off the show. They're all here. When's the next one? I'm like, I don't know if you're on it yet because feels bad. I've got some very big names on it, so I don't want to say that to them. But what I will do is I have to do a couple of York Hall shows where the costs are lower, so I can keep everyone happy and keep them on. It's just the type of geezer I am. You know what I mean?
Indeed, you are. That's why you're top tier. Johnny, always a pleasure. Yeah, thanks for having me in, and see you in 3 weeks.
See you then, mate.